Okay, my name is Benjamin Woodard, and this is the Persuasive Speech. I'd like to now introduce my audience. We have my mom, Kathy Woodard. We have the Halcomb family, and we have my Mima. Also behind the camera is my dad. What are you most afraid of? Is it spiders or snakes? Are you scared of heights or being in crowds? What if I told you you had to face your worst fear 3 times a day in order to just survive? Most of us could barely be able to comprehend a situation such as the one I just described. But this is the exact reality for thousands of people today living with eating disorders. This fatal disease is considered to be a taboo topic of conversation among many of us today. But this lack of awareness is literally killing thousands of men and women of all ages. Over the past 2 years, I've become aware of the seriousness of this disease through firsthand experience and my own research. I would like to inform you today about the potentially fatal effects an eating disorder can have on a person, while also offering some potential solutions to combating this awful disease, and also showing the benefits of leading a life without an eating disorder. According to the National Association of Anorexia Nervosa and Associated Disorders, an eating disorder is an unhealthy relationship with food or weight that interferes with many aspects of a person's life. One's thoughts become preoccupied with food, weight, or exercise. There are 3 main types of eating disorders that are commonly associated with the medical community, and they are anorexia nervosa, bulimia nervosa, and binge eating disorder. Anorexia nervosa is characterized by self-starvation, intense fears of gaining weight, and distorted body image. Bulimia nervosa involves the cycle of binging and purging, where the person will eat excessive amounts of food in a very short amount of time and then get rid of the excessive food through laxatives, vomiting, or excessive exercise. Binge eating is very similar to bulimia, except that the person does not seek to get rid of the excessive food. A binge eater might eat even after they have reached fullness or even when they aren't hungry. Eating disorders are literally destroying the lives of millions of Americans, and this killer does not discriminate between men and women or adults and children. According to the National Eating Disorders Association, in the U.S. today, there are nearly 10 million females and 1 million males who are fighting a life and death battle with either anorexia or bulimia. And millions more are battling with binge eating. Of the millions affected by anorexia or bulimia, nearly 10 to 15% are males. The ANAD reports that up to 3.7% of women today will face anorexia at some point in their lives, and up to 4.2% will battle with bulimia at some point in their lives. Also, the National Institute of Mental Health reports that 2.7% of children between the ages of 13 to 18 have a severe eating disorder today. Now that we have seen that eating disorders rear their ugly heads in many forms and affect all sections of the population, I will now present you with some disturbing facts about how they can personally impact a person's life. Mayo Clinic reports that complications resulting from eating disorders may include severe tooth decay, bone loss, digestive problems, multiple organ failure, and even death. Among all mental health illnesses, eating disorders have the absolute highest mortality rate. Not only do eating disorders affect a person physically, they also affect the mental, emotional, and social aspects of life. Self-critical thoughts about weight, body image, and the like can literally overwhelm the mind of a person with an eating disorder. Depression and anxiety can disrupt all normal social functions. And in extreme cases, a person with an eating disorder might not be able to carry on any daily task or live a life with any sense of normalcy. In order to prevent the further spread of this awful disease, action must be taken to increase awareness about eating disorders. The most impactful action that we can take to combat eating disorders is educating the public to prevent eating disorders from ever being developed. Primary prevention is the most straightforward way to approach this. Primary prevention refers to programs or efforts that are designed to prevent the occurrence of eating disorders before they begin. It's intended to promote healthy growth among individuals. Because eating disorders arise from a variety of physical, emotional, social, and family issues, it is vital that all of these be addressed for proper prevention. We cannot concentrate solely on the signs, symptoms, and dangers of eating disorder if we seek effective prevention. We must boldly address our culture's obsession with slenderness as a major issue. We must also develop within our culture a self-esteem and self-respect aside from personal appearance. One final action that we can take is to support prevention programs in our schools and communities that will offer participants the opportunity to speak to trained professionals and receive proper guidance concerning their eating disorder. By taking these steps for proper prevention, the benefits of a life without an eating disorder will become completely evident. The benefits of a life without an eating disorder are literally innumerable. A person can eat freely without the constant fear surrounding the next meal. Their social life will have the potential to flourish because their eating disorder is not their sole interest. They will also be able to grow emotionally and spiritually because these oppressive and controlling thoughts will no longer control them. I would like to conclude by revealing that my firsthand knowledge about eating disorders comes from my own personal battle with anorexia over the past 2 years. I hope that you have become aware of the seriousness of this awful killer known as eating disorders, and that you've also come to realize that there are potential solutions to combating the spread of this disease, and that you can see the benefits of a life without an eating disorder. I strongly encourage everyone to seek to gain an even greater awareness of eating disorders, and to educate our family and friends, and to support programs that actually go into the battle zones to prevent this horrific disease from spreading and ruining even more lives. I am living proof that recovery is possible, but to never have to fight this battle is a gift we should all seek to give. And I would like to end with this inspirational verse of Scripture, Psalm 63:8. My soul clings to you, your right hand upholds me, which is exactly what God has done over these past 2 years. Thank you.